Welcome. Welcome, guys. Y'all can see what I was watching. Okay. We're not gonna have anything open today. This is just a video. I wouldn't necessarily say, you could say it's a psychology video, but honestly, when I say psychology, I mean mindset, perspective, just like everyday things that, I think my advice could help and be a help for. And, could be good for the person who is watching. And this is going to be posted probably a couple days later. Um, Maybe Sunday. Maybe I'll post this on Sunday or a Saturday or whatever the fuck I'm feeling like. Because, I have so much time because I'm on break, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. I wanted to get on here and say, for the title of the video, progress takes time. Time takes progress. Both verse visa? That's a big word. Both go with the two. And I think I think sometimes people rush the progress of doing it, of overdoing it. And overdoing it, I think, is not a bad thing when it comes to what you want to do and, the plans and, the goals that you have. I say always overshoot, but sometimes it's good to do less than more. And I think people do more. Maybe I'm doing more. Be honest with you. Um, Progress equals consistency. If you aren't consistent, it's not going to happen. If if you do it once a month, it's not going to, magically appear. You know what I mean? And again, that takes time. There's only the limit where you put the cap on yourself. And I think like being consistent is probably the hardest thing you could do. It is probably the hardest thing you could do because anyone could do anything. You know what I mean? I think consistency plays a plays a big role in progress and time. Because, the longer you take on being consistent, the longer the goal is going to take. And, the less progress that you have, the less you're going to be consistent. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Maybe that didn't really click. What I'm trying to come across is that have, you can't, you cannot be not consistent if you really want it that bad, or depending on how fast you want it. Because if I posted once a week, I'd be damned that I wouldn't even be, I wouldn't probably gain the 60, I think it was 60 subscribers. Was it 60? Maybe 60. And that's just, coming across people and asking, oh, can you subscribe? Because, these small steps are going to be big. These small steps are for the bigger steps in the future. Like, for example, 2 hours, bloody 5 hours ago, no, I got no views. That's crazy. And 2 views, 6 views. Ooh, whoa, hold on, we got 54 here. See, if being okay, whoa, fat difference here. but I don't mind that. See, even I lack. But, 3 days, 6 days, 7, boom. Whoa, 6, 7. Thought my soundboard was on. Chill out. But anyways, like, if I'm being pretty consistent here. Back then I was getting only like 2 views. I mean, then again, I'm only getting no views. So, I'm trying to be as consistent as possible to show you guys that being consistent and being consistent will get you somewhere. Being consistent will beat talent. Right? Is that what they say? I'm pretty sure that's what they say because, the more work you put in will always beat the person that's, that's more talented. Because, hey, hard work beats talent every other day. You feel me? I will catch up, and for those who want to catch up and be something great, you know what I mean? You got to start somewhere. Once you start, you got to be consistent. And with being consistent takes time, and time is progress, and loop-de-loop. You know what I mean? So I hope you guys kind of understand that. Like, consistency equals time, time equals progress. A loop, progress is consistency, consistency is time, time is progress. You know what I mean? You feel me? You feel me? So, to wrap it there, my advice for you, for whoever's watching this, just be consistent. If you really want to test it out, be consistent for a week, and then do that one thing once that week, and see. I mean, it's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? It's really self-explanatory. I wouldn't do that test. I would just say be consistent. You know what I mean? Even if it's a super small step, like turning on the PC, which sometimes that is even hard for people. So, you got to start somewhere, though, which is a big part. But the real momentum is the consistency, even if it's, even if it's turning on your PC. So, further ado, thank you guys for the support. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for, whoever's watching, whoever is watching. That could be anyone. Just played with a motherfucker from Peru, so. All right. Love you guys. See y'all.